Well, it all sounds a bit dramatic, but is Judgment Day fast approaching for Bitcoin? Well, if you look at the charts and the technical analysis, like a lot of people do to make their trading decisions, especially in cryptocurrencies, then maybe it is fast approaching. Now, I've had a look at that longer term view and found two very bearish, very bad situations for Bitcoin, and on the flip side, two more hopeful setups that hopefully can turn the situation around. So I'm going to steer you through those in this brief video on Bitcoin and whether or not Judgment Day for Bitcoin is fast upon us. Now remember, this is a real long-term view, and the further you go back up the time frames, the more strength these technical analysis patterns have. And we're looking at a weekly line chart for Bitcoin USDT, data courtesy of Binance, and as you can see, it goes way back to 2017. We can see the fantastic rise in the price, and in terms of, you know, raw percentage gains from the first part of the chart there up to the highs. We're talking, if we just change those settings, you know, an amazing nearly 1500% return. But since we're talking November of last year, we've had the price come off, you know, to that low there, just over 60%. So it's not looking great at the moment for Bitcoin. So we're going to now take a look at two really bad setups and two more positive setups for you. So let's get the bad stuff out the way first. These are the two patterns that could send Bitcoin into oblivion. And the first one up is a simple double top. Please excuse my artwork, but you can clearly see the double top in play there. Now the rules of technical analysis says you take from the top of the double top to the bottom of that middle there and then project it on downwards, and if we do, unfortunately, that is the end of Bitcoin altogether. And as we can see, we've got a break on at the moment over here on the right hand side, and it is all the way down. Obviously you can't go into negative numbers, but you know, zero is looking on the cards, unfortunately, for that pattern. The second Grim Reaper pattern we've got here is a heads and shoulders setup. Now again, please excuse the artwork, but you can see the head and shoulders pattern there, the two shoulders, the head in the middle. Rules of technical analysis again, projection from the top to the neckline and then down is your target, and again unfortunately it goes into the negative, so that would be the end of Bitcoin. The only thing that, you know, if you're really applying the rules of technical analysis, it's this part here that might negate that head and shoulders pattern. Really you're looking for that trend to be more smooth and upwards running into it rather than that big pullback there. So that one might be a non-starter, but you know, got to point these things out to you. So they're the real two big negatives. Now let's have a look at the flip side. So let's get a bit more positive about Bitcoin and the potential recovery in the price. So next up, two patterns, two technical tools that may tell you that, you know, the end of all these woes are nearly over. So our first one is a simple trend line down to those lows in March of 2020, and unbelievably fits so well. And actually I'll keep going on about it, but the technical analysis on Bitcoin is really strong. So we got 1, 2, 3 major touches. There's the key point. Look at the way it bounces back. It is heading towards there again, so that's a key area. At the moment it's about late 27,000s for the price to watch out there. Now our second pattern is down to Fibonacci, and if we go to the highs down to the lows, spread that out so it fits the data a bit better so we can see it more clearly. Just make sure that's at the highs. There we go. Look at that, 38.2% line. and the 61.8% line, most important key Fibonacci numbers, and that 38.2% line at around 28,800, smack bang there where the price has stopped. And then look at that, bounce, 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 bounce. So much price rejection back to the upside at this level. So to me, a super key area. And you could actually add the two of these together to create, I suppose, like a box zone, a key box zone, maybe sort of like that to watch out for. Expect the price action to move around there before it decides on going upwards if we're taking a more positive point of view. Now there you go, that's two hopefully saving patterns for Bitcoin, and reasons why the end of the sell-off hopefully is coming to an end and the price can push on back up to the moon. Now to me it's apparent that something's got to give sooner or later, and those chart patterns that we've looked at certainly indicate that something is on the cards. Now unfortunately Bitcoin has got itself tied in with the global economic mess, and that's not helping the situation at all. And those four patterns that we've seen, any of them could play out. But what do you think? Where do you think that price of Bitcoin is heading next? What could save it? What could sink it? Let me know in those comments below. Would love to hear from you. Now if you liked today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons, and all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.